Wrexham up against Crawley, the second part of this doubleheader, and determined to tear into them. Big team news, Chris Blackburn is fit. He plays in a defensive midfield role. Jordan McMillan comes in to replace Curtis Obeng at right back and make his debut, and the other suspended player, Jay Harris, replaced by Jamie Tolley in midfield. Crawley make 4 changes, and when you realise that the likes of Ben Smith and Sergio Torres are on the bench, as well as Craig McAllister and keeper Michael Kuipers, well, it shows that one eye is on Old Trafford. Alex Ferguson is here today. So the Crawley side, in goal, making his debut for them, Scott Shearer, the ex-Wrexham keeper. As Crawley in white shirts and purple shorts get things underway, kicking towards the Kop and immediately drive it long. McMillan's first touch is a firm header into midfield. Mangan hooks it over the top. Morell's in the chase, edge of the area. Shearer's coming out, beats him to it and launches it into the crowd. Pogba knocks the ball backwards, possibly with his arm. Mangan switches, good idea. McMillan has to wait for it to arrive. And Port, well, he's brought it down okay, he's kept it. Blackburn feeds it forwards as McMillan surely was fouled after the ball had gone. Ref doesn't give us. Wrexham bench are furious. McMillan, oh dear, goes and takes his man late. Silly challenge, and Crawley are trying to get him sent off here. They're surrounding the ref. Rayner is livid. It was a silly tackle by McMillan on the halfway line. His studs were up.
He's got a yellow card in his hand, but I agree, it was a silly tackle by McMillan, and you'll very quickly learn you do not give referees a chance to send you off in this league, because they're that inept that in many cases they will do so.
Crichton again in the air, beats Tubbs. Morell hooks it on, looking for Pogba, who does well to adjust his position and take it on, and beats his man nicely, and then nutmegs another, but good cover by Hunt. Now, Pogba rightly is saying, why isn't that a foul? He was clipped on both those challenges, and as a result, didn't have much momentum when he was tackled the third time. The ref didn't give it, and now he's danger at the end as Gibson flicks it over Sinclair, gets into the box, beats Ashton as well, drives a shot. Maxwell does well to push it round at his near post for the corner. McMillan will take it. He's going to have to go back a little bit. Yeah, Crawley are playing something between a 4-4-2 and a 4-3-3. The Gibson's trying to get forwards when they've got it, but they drop back in position. As sloppy marking by Crawley. McMillan finds Mangan edge of the area onto his left foot. He tries a shot. He drives it through a crowd. Shearer grabs it at the second attempt. I think he was unsighted, to be fair, but it wasn't very convincing goalkeeping by Shearer.
No, I think it's a bit lucky for Crawley. That was straight at Scott Shearer, because that would have been a yard either side. I think Wrexham would have been celebrating, because I think you're right, Shearer was unsighted. I
think Saunders is not now interested in having a settled control of a match. I think he's happy to concede possession to sides who want to play more football. I think his game plan is keep it tight, hit it long early, make it frantic, and get him behind him. And it's unusual. And I've never really seen Wrexham play team play as directly as this. Oh, as Blackburn goes in with his studs up, and again the bench going crazy. The rest give the free kick to Wrexham.
He actually played the ball.
He did play the ball.
He was nowhere near the Crawley man who's lying on the floor like he's been killed.
And the bench of Crawley were up and going crazy.
We had a really good view of that. Chris Blackburn played the ball.
He did go in with his studs up and stamping down, didn't he, though? I mean, there's no injury, I don't think. And the bench are playing for it, but it was a dangerous way to go in for a tackle. The ref actually given a free kick to Wrexham. So I can see two sides of that, to be honest. The way he went in was not right. He did, I think, play the ball, and I don't really see how Brody's hurt, and he certainly doesn't look hurt as he's being treated. And I think the chance of cheats, I can certainly see where they're coming from. Rumour on Red Passion that Vaughan is at the match. Right, I don't know, really. I haven't seen him. Now then, the Crawley bench are in trouble, and Rayner's been sent off. Paul Rayner is off. He's created too much, and that has absolutely delighted the Wrexham fans. But Rayner, well, that's nice to see a strong ref. Maybe conference referees have got tired of Crawley doing this and they're ready for him.
Well, won't that be a shame if he has a touchline ban from Old Trafford?
He'll have to listen from the car park, won't he? Ashton with the ball in his hands, looking for movement. Throws it in, looking for Tolley, or Morell rather, on the corner flag. Beats his man, that's lovely skill, can he deliver? Swings to the near post, or just beyond Pogba. Out to Blackburn, edge of the area, tries a shot, just wide. I think Shearer, to be fair, was in control of it, but it was a good, clean strike by Blackburn, just wide.
It was, it fell awkwardly for Chris Blackburn, and he had to adjust his feet and strike it, and he did well, but it just drifted wide of that post, and Scott Shearer, I think, had it covered, as you say.
Holds it up on the right-hand side, rolls it inside, fed backwards by Simpson. Crawley feed it into midfield to Paul, touched by Hunt. He goes through the ball and takes Mangan out. What colour's that card? A jump tackle by Hunt. Mangan has stayed down. The referee has gone to look at Mangan first, but Hunt jumped in then and went through Mangan. That's a poor challenge. I think he'll give a yellow considering how he's interpreted other challenges today.
He's got yellow in his hand. It wasn't a great challenge there, coming in there from number 4 Hunter, it must be said. But it's indicative of some of the tackles that have been going in tonight. Both sides really combative, and it was always a danger with having two games so close together that Nicholson the first game would carry over into the second, and you get the feeling there's one or two vendettas going on out there tonight.
Tolley tries to pull some players out from the middle. McMillan lifts it up towards Morrell, who gets up well, heads it on, 6 yards out, Crichton hits it, and Tolley's blocked on the line. Incredible block. Tolley had an open goal, it seemed, but his marker lunged across him and blocked it a yard out. It was a remarkable block. Crichton had a good chance and turned it past Shearer.
Dean Howell.
Howell did brilliantly. That was an astonishing piece of defending.
Jamie Tolley really should have scored there. He sort of went to put it softly into the net, and Howell was far more committed in the challenge, and he got the ball away.
And we're ready to get things underway. Wrexham kicking towards the Kop. Immediately the ball's fed back to Blackburn on the halfway line, who lifts it forwards too early. Easy clearance from Wilson. Blackburn's after it though, judges the header well, heads it on to Pogba, who flicks it on now. Morrell's shirt's been pulled all over the place, but he's managed to stay his balance and find Pogba on the right, who swings the ball under the bar nastily. Shearer can't get to it. It's headed partly away. Keats hooks it back to the edge of the 6-yard box. Morrell jumps, heads it backwards. Mangan hits a shot just over from the edge of the area, and it took a deflection. Well, that was good. Persistent work by Wrexham.
Yeah, they kept the ball alive, which was good. A couple of occasions it could have gone down, but they didn't. Kept the ball alive. Keats got the ball back well, up in the air, and Mangan's volley was deflected over. But a good start to the second half from Wrexham. Corner.
Tolley sweeps it in under the bar, across the face of goal, and headed against the defender and off the line. What a chance that was. In fact, what's the ref? Yeah, it's another corner. It was Crichton at the far post, about 5 yards out, headed it, and a player on the far post got it clear.
Sloppy defending there by Crawley, let the ball bounce in the penalty area. Stephen Evans would be absolutely livid about that. Crichton came in and he should have done better, I think, to be honest.
Hunt hurls it into the near post. Morrell attacks that and hits it back to Hunt. He's got time to measure it across. Swings it into the near post. Good foot in though. Gets rid of it by McMillan. Morrell clears it, but it's intercepted. Poked towards the edge of the area. Crawley tried to turn Wrexham's defence. Crichton will get there first though, and he walks it behind for a goal kick. Oh, he hasn't. The ball's been kept in. There's danger here. It's driven in. Good save by Maxwell. It was Tubbs who tackled Crichton as he tried to walk it behind. McFadzean's underneath it. Pogba jumps with him. Centre back wins it. Keats lunges and volleys it out wide. He couldn't really control where he put it, but Millen's done well to chase and keep that in. Now he's got a lot of men in the box to aim at. He swings the ball in towards the edge of the area of height on it. Pogba jumps, knocks it into the goal mouth. Shearer drops it and grabs it eventually as Tolley's around, and he's dropped it again, but it's hacked wide to the left-hand side. Blackburn squares it on again. Crawley just sitting in defensive positions. Wrexham trying to probe. Chislovic takes on Howell around the outside for pace. Cuts back inside. He's levelled the edge of the area now. Men to aim at. Left-footed cross. Swung into the bar. Taylor. Was he shoved in the back? Referee's given the goal kick. The players, to be fair, weren't really asking for it.
No, I think it was a bit of a push, but I think it would have been a very harsh penalty at this stage of the evening, to be quite honest. But again, Adrian Chislovic, when he gets the ball, he cuts in and he caused problems. And Wrexham just haven't used him enough since he came on, I don't think. I
mean, you're right. Every time he's had a go at them, he's caused a problem. But I think we've only really given it to him 3 times. We need to get the ball to Chislovic more. We've got 2 minutes of added time to do it in. Big kick over Wrexham's defence. Sinclair wins the header well. Blackburn, nice play, waited for it and feeds it forwards. Mangan does well to get there first and then spreads it well to the right. Now there's Chislovic breaking forwards. Crawley get men back, but Wrexham are trying to pour forwards. Chislovic taking on Howell, comes inside. Kaiser's the corner of the box, feeds it into Mangan, edge of the D. He pops it back square. McMillan hits a shot over.